Yo, welcome back to another video. For today's video, it will be something different, and it will be about the best mythic in the game. I believe this will be beneficial to all players. This could be a new, returning, or veteran player, because there are some busted mythics since the new update. So before we do start, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's begin. So first on the list is going to be Kizzy. She was added in the recent update. The reason why she's here is for multiple purpose. First is her passive, damage, and ability. I will show Monarch damage later on as well. First, let's talk about her passive. So straight up, her SPA becomes shorter when she swaps. She has two forms, and when she swaps, she turns to a new unit. On her first form, she frees enemies, and when she attacks, which when you swap forms, you get 80% extra damage. Now let's talk about the next form. Use this button to swap form. So on the new form, she gets an 80% damage increase. In this form, she inflict burn, and if she hit bubbles, she gets another 60% damage increase. But for that attack, now when she swap back, spawn a bubble at the nearest location on the track. When an enemy touches the bubble, applies frozen, bubbled, and deals 100% damage to this enemy. A pretty straightforward unit. First ability is to cleanse all debuff and status effect. So yeah, meta units for sure. Now here is her damage in based form. Now here is her damage when you swap form. Since you have seen the max damage, here is her with Monarch, but it's good that she doesn't need a mythic trait to function. As you can see, she's doing 120k. With the swap, she's doing 217k. That's really good for a mythic unit. Not many secret even get this close. I see her being meta for a while. That's it for Kazi. Now it's time for the next unit. So this unit is pretty simple compared to Kizzy. So he's just a straight DPS, which works off DOT, which is burn damage. As you can see from the passive, his main thing is follow-up attack. So pairing him with another burn unit, which increases his overall performance. Because of the follow-up, so I see him being paired with Yamamoto because full AoE, which would stack his passive easier. Let's get into what makes him really good. So his ability detonates all DOT, meaning all enemies with burn in this unit range. So at upgrade 8, he gains a new passive and ability, which is what makes him broken. Let's start with his new ability. To activate it, it takes around 4 to 5% of his meter per second. In this mode, he can't build meter. But the plus side is he get plus 150% damage and plus 30% range. Anyways, here is a showcase. I mean, after he gets out of stun. So you could technically call it a nuke. And yes, it's full AoE, so his damage went up by a lot. Like double, if I'm not mistaken. His stats are really nice. Because he's traitless and has these, he probably have around 3.6 SPA with Blitz. Now for the next unit on the list is going to be Gear Boy. I mean, be wrong with some stuff I say about him, so bear that in mind. He's a bit tricky to understand. So first off, he has two ability. The first one is simple. It consumes the meter, which gives 20 food. Each food consumed gives him 1% damage increase. But know that it capped out at 30%, which is stated in his first passive. So the ability basically refill your food stack, which is converted into damage. His second passive is where his another ability kicks in. He gains 80% damage increase and minus 10% SPA for 30 seconds. But the ability itself is the tricky part. This is what it do, but the only thing I don't fully understand. It say current attack, not sure if it means the attack he's doing or the one before. But yeah, that's Gear Boy. Next up we have Saber. She's a 2 in 1 unit. Support and deal damage. At higher upgrade, she gets a nuke. And each time she gets a kill, that's a damage increase. 120 seconds cooldown for the nuke. Ichigo made this list because he's still a solid unit. He gains a damage increase for each missing life stock, which means you can use this twice. His overall damage without the ability. His true damage will show like 5 seconds after. As you can see, he's doing 51k. Great range and pretty good SPA. This unit is an honorable mention, which is Lancer. He's here for one specific reason, which is stop regeneration. And currently there are only 2 units that does that. But in order to unlock this, you need to upgrade him level 7. But yeah, let me know what you think about the list. If you have anything to add, leave it below. Like, share, and subscribe.